Hey, this is John Carlos, and the Toys R Us exclusive Predator and Dutch Final Battle 2-pack has hit the stands at Toys R Us, so let's take a look at it. Now, one of the things that I really like about this is this little Predator's helmet. I think, to my knowledge, this is the first time that NECA has made a separate helmet. They've done plenty of unmasked Predators and masked Predators, but having the mask on its own as an accessory, like in the movie when he takes it off and drops it onto the little swamp, having this is pretty cool. Okay, a quick history on the Predator. When Rob Rodriguez's Predators came out, NECA launched a Predators series. That included the classic Predator that was featured in the film. But this Predator is not the actual Predator from the film Predator. There are little differences, like that one didn't have the bone necklace and the little slings on it. Then that series evolved into like a Predator 2 series. That's when they started using ball joints on the legs, and there was a 2-pack within the Predator 2 series that included this Predator, which was like the first time we really got to see the Predator from that original film done. And as you can see, he's got like a painted chest. It's not just pure plastic with a specific color of plastic. The whole chest is painted. This was pretty cool. It was the first time we ever saw the Predator from that original film. And they made him battle damaged with the little leg attack. But that Predator 2 series evolved into the 20th anniversary of Predator, which is when we saw this figure come out this year. And it also features the super ball jointed legs, which allowed this to get in some really cool poses, which led to the water emergence Predator. We've still featured Predators with the mask on in the 25th anniversary series. The newest 2-pack is what allows us to have the mask off in this series. Now, there already has been a mask off back when it was under the Predator 2 line, but this is the new, like, official Predator from the 25th anniversary series. And one of the things you'll notice is that they're going with a plastic tone and just painted the black netting over it. To me, that's not as much detail as when the whole chest was painted, but it also gives it like a artificial wet look, which it has in the movie, especially in the final fight. So I find that is an accurate little detail. One of the first things that really makes this figure unique is the blood from the final fight. I think they did a good job mixing yellow and greens to achieve a sort of glowing effect. The whole thing features a less paint than the original one does. Like if you compare the two here, the one on the left, there's a lot more paint being used on the head. This one relies more on the plastic. But this plastic sheen does, again, give it more of a wet look. And for the most part, I think that gives this one a slightly more advantage, even if you notice that the original does have more detail in the paint. Even though there is more detail, let's say, in the feet, compared to this one's feet, you can hardly see like the spotting on this one, whereas this one, you can see all sorts of spotting. When you get to the thighs on the original, it really does not read like skin at all. It reads like paint. And now here you've got a more organic look to the Predator. All the articulation on this figure is just what we've come to expect from the NECA Predator series, with the double knee joints and the hinged ball joint. Sorry to give you guys a crotch shot, but had to do it. One little problem I've had with every Predator figure, and I thought they'd fix it with this one, this doesn't flip up to give us the countdown. And considering that the final battle is when he actually uses it, I thought for this final figure it would have been nice if they included it. But they did not. Otherwise, though, the paint scheme, all the articulation on this, it's pretty solid. Dutch goes through 5 distinct looks in the film, and when NECA revealed their first 4 figures, I'd always hoped that they would do a 5th figure, a shirtless, bloody one. So I'm really happy to say that they did get around to that in this 2-pack. So starting with the skin tone colored plastic and going over that with gloss really works for this figure. It achieves a sweatiness to the figure that I think really, really works well. Overall, I think the blood detail on this figure is really, really good, considering it's kind of like a mass-produced toy. The blood certainly reads like it flowed organically, but what I really like is all the dirt, the washed-off mud that came off him once he came out of the lake. The dirtying of this figure really turned out good. Especially like the residual mud, the dirtiness, the wetness of his pants, if you look at how dry they're supposed to look in this figure. I think they did a great job. Also, you can still see he's got the residual makeup on his face underneath the mud once it washed off. One interesting thing is to note the evolution of Dutch's eyes. In the Series 1, they used to be dark, And in the second series, they had like this dilated green kind of middle piece to them. And now with this 2-pack, he's got like crazy yellow eyes. I had to search through a few 2-packs to find some that didn't have crazy like thriller cat eyes, and this is the best one that I found. But they are really intense, and yeah, they are kind of yellow. So one disappointment, the slings, all the bones that are slung around the Predator's body, man, I just barely touched them and they just broke right the hell off. So please be careful with these. This is the first time that's ever happened with any Predator figure I've had. So I don't know why, but whatever. It barely comes with any accessories, but it does come with this awesome Predator mask, and I really like that. However, in the film, the Predator does take off his shoulder-mounted cannon and his mask, and Dutch has no weapons to fight with, so it makes sense that there's no accessories. However, I don't like that they included these accessory-based hands. They should have switched them out with open palm hands, or maybe closed fists for combat, but having those accessory-based hands just reminds me that there's no accessories for them. But overall, aside from that necklace problem, I really do like this 2-pack a lot. The paint and the articulation allows you to really kind of recreate some great fight moments from the movie. And you can do some really cool like Arnold Schwarzenegger sounds. I personally like